Spam Busters.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Negaman.
Meet Zod in the house.
And welcome to Run It Back Reviews, a show where we talk about old video games and hardware that people might not be too familiar with.
Today we are reviewing Yu Yu Hakusho Final for Super Famicom or Super Nintendo.
First off, this is actually the last of the Yu Yu Hakusho games made by Namco in 1995 and would be the last for the next 8 years.
If you remember the characteristics of Street Fighter, you can definitely get into this game fast.
And with that said, let's get into this review.
First up, presentations.
When you very first load the game up, you are treated with a dark theme from the final saga from the anime. This pretty much sets the tone for the whole game. Dark and gritty stages show the world of the demons. The fighting game sprites are actually pretty small when compared to other games. Even the previous Yu Yu Hakusho 2 game has bigger sprites, but in this case is actually a good thing. The fighting sprites actually take up less space on the screen, which make the stages pretty huge. Also, the details do well in the areas of story mode and cinematic finishers, but the lackluster mode select screen along with the character select screen could have been done way better. And that being said, I give this presentation a 7 out of 10.
I also give it a 7 out of 10. Alright, Negaman, you had your turn. It's time for the Meat Zod to turn the tables.
Next up is sound.
The soundtrack has a really good beat to it. The stages have their own themes, but if you choose rival characters like Yusuke versus Sensu, or as I like to call him, the ass kicker from hell, the music really captures a show at times that really set the mood for storytelling, and then you're back to fighting whoever gets in your way. What I like about the fighting sounds is that it captures what is going on the screen. You hear Yusuke scream, it sounds just like the show, so they took time in really matching the sound to the game. Every time I play this game, the music always gets me into the mood for some demon tournament action. Anime powers activate! I give the soundtrack an 8 out of 10.
Yo, I totally agree with you. The music is banging and my favorite track is the storytelling music. Gotta love the Mystic Demon Jams. And now for the moment that you've all been waiting for. Gameplay! This is a 4-button fighter with your standard weak and strong attacks, such as weak kick, strong kick, and etc.
Like most good fighting games, you have your different modes to play in, like story mode, tournament, elimination, 2-player versus, team battle, and training mode. Unlike all other training modes, you have 2 different types. First is Type A, which allows you to have unlimited spirit meter with normal life gauge and desperation requirements. Type B is unlimited life gauge and spirit meter with no limitation on desperation moves. So spammers, rejoice!
So this is pretty much your normal 90s fighting games souped up with anime goodness. You have your life gauge, spirit meter, and stun bar. Each character has their own unique normal attacks, special attacks, and desperation moves. If the requirements are met, you can even treat your stunned opponent to a cinematic finish. Also, there are mash out collisions that only happen when you trade normals and dash attacks not dash attacks, but like dashing into each other. That's when it happens, and you just mash out as hard as you can.
There are 13 characters plus 1 secret boss character, which brings the total to 14 characters. Pretty much, you have your typical Yu Yu Hakusho cast. Yusuke, Kuwabara, Hiei, Kurama, plus characters from the show in the last few seasons. So all you fangirls out there who love Demon Yusuke and Yoko Kurama, you're gonna enjoy this game.
There are some moments when the game does experience slowdown, like when you fill up the screen with projectiles or when you do a desperation move. Other than that, the game is pretty fast paced.
Each character has a target combo that launches their opponent into a juggle state. Jungle state is when you can follow up with different specials and normal attacks, which can lead to a pretty crazy combos. So if you're a big fan of Akuma, you can pick up Demon Yusuke and spam like a pro. Infiltration, yeah!
The gameplay is really deep and we could go on for a while about the stuff that we found out. But to keep it simple and quick, we love it. The gameplay, it shines here the most. And overall, we give this game a 9 out of 10.
So if you're a big Yu Yu Hakusho fan or someone who loves fighters, pick up Yu Yu Hakusho Final, the last Yu Yu Hakusho game for the SNES.
If you want a deep video about each character and their fighting style, let us know in the comments below and we'll be sure to do a video for the characters requested.
Hit the like button and share with your friends for more Run It Back reviews. Every week we will have a review of old games. If you have one you want us to check out, let us know in the comment section below, because we will love to check out those other games you might have to share with us. We will love to hear about new games or something we hadn't heard of. So please leave us a comment below and we'll check it out later tonight or maybe the next week.
With that being said, I am Negaman.
And I am Meat Zod from the street.
And when you have time, be sure to
Run it back.